gets his second start in 3 years here in this facility. He played here in late 2014 when the Indy 11 and New York Cosmos played to a 2-2 draw, including a 93rd minute equalizer by then Indy 11 forward Jermaine Johnson. For Zobek, this is just the 5th, make it the 6th match he's played in 3 years with the New York Cosmos. He has spent time with their NPSL B side, but in 2015 played in just one match for the A team, if you will, with the Soccer Bowl champion Cosmos squad.
I was watching him during the warm-up. The kid is quick. He looks good.
Originally from Iowa, was an MLS Super Draft pick back in 2013. A little bit of a change for the Indy 11 tonight. We've talked about a different player in there in Dylan Mayers and a bit of a different tactical formation, but a different look in the kits as well for the Indy 11 tonight, going with the all-blue attire. Of course, the Cosmos in their traditional all-white uniforms. There you see Kyle Zobek. And a good look at Jairo Arrieta. We'll talk about him frequently throughout the course of the match. John Bush, man with 14 years of Major League Soccer experience before coming here to the Indy 11. Also an assistant coach as well as being the first line keeper this year for the 11.
It wasn't a bad driven ball from a 39-year-old leg.
And Bush has looked fantastic in his first 2 games with the 11. 4 saves, has allowed 1 goal. Other than the switch because of injury with Dylan Mayers and Sinisha Ubi-Parapovic, the other 10 starters have remained the same now in the 3rd match of the season for the Indy 11. Similar numbers for the Cosmos until tonight. The other switch in the lineup, and we talked about his offensive skills in limited minutes, but Adam Moffat in the starting 11 tonight for the Cosmos.
And you wonder how much of that is a result of the change in goalkeepers. You know, they've been in a 4-1-4-1 for their first 2 games, and they go into a 4-2-3-1 today, dropping an extra player back. Maybe that's because you got a younger keeper in there right now.
First match away from home for the Cosmos this season. Little space to operate for Justin Braun with numbers going forward. Tried to play the low ball across, did not work. Palmer keeps the pressure on. Ball was last touched by a Cosmos player. However, a foul is going to be whistled against the former member of the Chicago Fire, and Justin Braun comes up a little bit worse for wear on the play. Good look at Kyle Zobek that we spent the first minute of the broadcast talking about. Brian Holt is his backup tonight. When Zobek played here 2 years ago, it was because Maurer got a red card in the previous match. And literally Zobek had to enter the match and face a penalty shot.
Yeah, and that may have been nerves right there.
Bit of a giveaway for the 11. Braun trying to find some space. Couldn't make the connecting pass inside of the 18, and the ball will trickle across the end line for a goal kick.
It's uncommon to see during the warm-ups that they had 2 Cosmos players out on the wings and knocking balls back into Zobek and just having him play with his feet, and maybe that was a reason. Maybe they just don't have some confidence in him in that capacity, because the first opportunity he had here, he played a really rough ball into his right back.
Still a bit of a breeze tonight, but I don't think it favors kind of one side or the other. But for a second straight Saturday, the visiting team is staring into that setting sun in the west. I see John Bush, time with Columbus, San Jose, and Chicago in his tremendous years in Major League Soccer, and showing that he still has something left at 39 years young in the sport. Colin Falvey, the ball at his feet, one of the 3 former Ottawa Fury FC members that are part of this year's Indy 11 roster, with Ubi-Parapovic out for this match. Just 2 of them on the field, both Falvey and Nicky Patterson.
Great ball.
Lacroix Tried to slide it through for Zayed, couldn't make the connection. Worth mentioning, and it's something that we have rarely had in our now 2+ years of doing Indy 11 matches at Carroll Stadium. Flag stays down for Zayed, so I'll finish that thought in a moment. Vukovic could be trouble.
Serve. Great serve.
That ball was touched last by a Cosmos defender. Early corner here for the Indy 11.
And that's the benefit to having Nemanja come up forward like that, is he comes in unmarked, and then he's got really a free license to strike that ball in.
Linesman correctly saying that the flag should have stayed down there. The central defender is who kept Zayed onside. Patterson will take all the corners again this week. Good looking ball here. Head to it, but not sent downward. The captain, Colin Falvey, is one that got there first. Potential missed opportunity for the Indy 11. But as I was saying before that scoring buildup kind of began, there is a good contingent of traveling fans here tonight. The Cosmos brought some fans from New York, and they seemingly all brought flags and musical instruments
and
this evening.
Smoke bombs. That green smoke doesn't smell as sweet as the blue smoke.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for us to complain about a smoke bomb going off here, isn't it? Tends to happen when goals are scored. Which you hope to see the budget blown on that tonight. Although New York is the only team in the league that has yet to give up a goal on the season. 3-0 opening win versus Ottawa Fury FC 13 days ago. And then last Sunday, a 2-0 victory over Jacksonville, the Armada at that time making their season debut. Good potential here. Zayed settles, allows more players to move forward. Mayer's right idea. He and Braun on the same page, and the ball claimed by Kyle Zobek for the Cosmos.
You're already seeing a little difference in how the 11 are playing. You know, finding Zayed as the target and then giving him some options underneath him to play. He hasn't had that for 2 weeks. He's been on an island, and you saw the result of it, as it was an opportunity to get in.
Now Freeman playing forward from his defensive spot. One of the longtime members of this Cosmos franchise, version 2.0. They joined the NASL for the fall season of 2013, Indy 11 spring of 2014. Giovanni Savarese, the head coach of the New York Cosmos. His pro soccer days kind of date before Major League Soccer, in the early days of Major League Soccer. Spent some time for the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars in his MLS days. Had a chance to talk with JP Dellacamera this morning on Soccer Saturday, and both of us singing the praises of Giovanni as a head coach in this league.
That was a clever little touch by Justin Braun to try and knock it around the defender and clean it up on the other side.
Possession being controlled here in the early stages by the Indy 11. We saw that change about 15-20 minutes in a week ago against Ottawa. Ring sizing up his options, lets Lacroix use his speed.
Lovely touch.
Sends it across, but no one was there. The ball played to the side by the Cosmos.
Yeah, and I think he mishit that ball a little bit. Brad Ring sent him in. Just a beautiful ball over the top.
Ring could be trouble here. Zobek with the punch was fighting his own defender and the sun at the same time. Handled that rather deftly considering the situation. Early impression so far, Brad?
I like the thought of the second forward right now. There's a whole lot more pressure that's being put on the Cosmos back line and the goaltender. And that's coming from the energy of having two guys up there instead of Zayed just trying to force the ball to one side.
Giveaway by Zobek. But when Braun did not have a shooting scenario, led to an offside issue. Zayed applying the pressure there, forced the giveaway. And
I'd have preferred to seen the shot there. You've got a little bit more time with the sun in Zobek's eyes. You already saw him battle one, put it on frame, see if he can handle it.
And again, this is the uniqueness of this facility. Of course, it was built for the National Sports Festival and Pan American Games as a track facility. It's become a soccer facility in recent years, but the pitch goes east and west. So this time of night, that is an issue. Here could be an issue for the Indy 11. First action for John Bush. That one off the foot of Nico Crenshaw, and Bush handles it quite well. Crenshaw again, one of the new faces and veteran international faces on this Cosmos roster from a season ago. This portion of tonight's match brought to us by Community Health Sports Medicine. Dream big, work hard, and finish strong. First of two times the Cosmos will play here this season. The other one coming on September the 24th. Bush.
Good read, John Bush. Good read.
Good sportsmanship as well. No malice intended there by the player from the Cosmos as Bush went to the turf.
That was a great serve. He read it. He was quick off his line. Outstanding play.
And John doesn't have the typical build for guys that play that position at 5'10". He just has nearly 2 decades of professional experience, that's all.
There's so much in that soccer brain of his.
Good play by Patterson, playing that back to the feet of Bush. Arrieta applying pressure.
Yep.
And a foul will be whistled against the Cosmos.
It's a good challenge. As soon as you put your hands on the shoulder, as soon as you put your hands on the back of the player you're going up against, you're going to get that call. If he just kept his hands down, I think he would have won it fairly.
When Indy 11 scores a goal the very next day, get free large fries with a purchase of large fries at any participating McDonald's. Proud sponsor of the Indy 11. So if you had free fries last week, thank Nemanja Vukovic for that portion of your dinner.
Okay, if we score 2, can we get 2 free fries?
I don't see why not. Lacroix past defenders 1 and 2, couldn't get past the third, that being the veteran and Hunter Freeman. Deflected off of Brad Ring.
You can see the connection between Arrieta and Arango already. When that ball came into Arango, Arrieta already is taking off and calling his name, even though Arango's back is to the field of play.
The chip could be trouble. Janicki a first touch, not a clearing touch. That's what friends are for as Brad Ring sweeps it away.
It's a nice stab.
Vukovic whistled for the foul. Wanarango draws the foul. Tim Hankinson, his 3rd match as the head coach of the Indy 11. Named as the new head coach of the 11 back on December the 2nd. So far 2 draws on his resume as the man in charge here in Indianapolis. Dangerous set piece coming here for the Cosmos. Contact just outside of the 18. It's the lefty strike that goes 5 rows deep into the BYB.
I don't get it. Be shocked if you're going to beat John Bush from 40 yards.
Morongo had 2 of the 3 goals for the Cosmos in their opening weekend win against Ottawa. That, of course, a rematch of last year's championship finale. The Cosmos all over the old school NASL record books. They got pretty good distinction in the new era as well. This is the 6th season of the modern North American Soccer League. The Cosmos, the only team to have multiple championships in the current edition of the league. Minnesota in 2011, the champions. Tampa Bay in 2012. New York in 2013. San Antonio in 14, and the Cosmos a season ago. And Zayed called for the foul. He's hoping to draw. Instead, the whistle goes against him. Free kick coming for New York.
Yeah, I think he had his body in the right position initially, and then the ball just took a little bit of a weird bounce and kind of hung up there, and that's when he started grabbing and holding.
Ioze, the defender. Ioze, one of the returnees that were a part of that championship squad a season ago. For Indy tonight, they've got 4 players that were in the lineup last year that start tonight's match in the field. Lacroix, Ring, Mares, and Greg Janicki. Current roster breakdown compared to a season ago for the 11. 10 returnees, 12 new faces. One of them is Justin Braun.
Take him.
Lacroix will try just that, but that first touch a bit too strong and a missed opportunity. For the second-year pro from the University of Pennsylvania.
It was the right thought, though. I liked it. I liked the thought of being aggressive. Take him on, beat him, and then slot that ball back across the middle.
Tonight's yellow and red cards are sponsored by Morello's Uptown Bail Bonds, your Central Indiana bail bond agents and proud sponsor of your Indy 11. So far, 4 yellow cards against the 11 this season. Patterson plays this to Palmer. Palmer and Hunter Freeman of the New York Cosmos were teammates a few years ago with Houston in Major League Soccer.
Great touch, Justin.
Weaving his way through traffic is Mares. Braun sends it in. Zayed couldn't get to it. Tremendous crowd on hand enjoying a absolutely perfect weather night. That sun really shouldn't be an issue for Zobek much longer as we approach 8 o'clock local time. Wenzati. Patterson with a run going. Mares couldn't get it to him.
This is where the 11 have got to be quick in transition here before New York can get players back and organized.
Vukovic. Could be a tricky ball
flick
here.
on.
Braun.
Good flick on.
Right idea. Zobek there to make the play.
I think they went head-to-head on that one, too.
Both teams kind of playing a man down right now, and now a referee sees it. And ball's in neutral position anyway, but now you'll come back and check, and medical staffs will be waved on for both sides. It's Jimmy Ockford that is the player assessing his status as we speak for the Cosmos. And again, he and Braun pat each other on the back. And no, that was far from intentional, and both immediately felt the impact of it.
There's no way Justin Braun can see him coming from that point. It's probably best. Sometimes when you see it coming, you kind of pull up, and the injury becomes worse that way.
Braun spent 2 years with Sacramento Republic FC in the USL. He and Nemanja Vukovic teammates there for 2 years, and now here with the Indy 11.
Tell you what, I like how high he's playing up there. You know, that one ball that he won and knocked out to Duke, and Duke tried to take the defender to the outside and lost it out of bounds. I'm thinking that Justin's got to take his defender on. He's a 1v1, take him quickly. He's got pace. He just causes chaos in there.
So both Braun and Ockford will walk to the side momentarily. So when we restart, we'll kind of go 10v10 here. Although as I say that, I see a player on the other side for the Cosmos that I'm not sure if he's just making a little bit of a gear change right now, or could be dealing with an issue as well. They've got a player down in front of their bench. They currently have 8 attacking players on the field. That's Ioze. It appears to be nothing more than an equipment issue for him. And both Ockford and Braun have been waved back on. And Ioze will have to wait till the next nod from the referee. The referee this evening, by the way, Jeff Gamble, linesman Jacob Johnson, Jeffrey Swartzel, Nicholas Salazar, our fourth official tonight.
A little too much, a little too much. I like the idea.
It'll also allow Iose to return to the pitch and everybody back to full strength. Good touch by Ring.
There you go.
Lacroix. Well defended by the Cosmos. It's Michael LaHoo. Now Ring.
Just got caught underneath him.
Just stepped over the ball. He was looking for his second career goal against the Cosmos.
Yeah,
Had one in May of 2014, his first Indy 11 goal nearly 2 years ago.
Yeah, this just unfortunate. Got caught underneath him. He was looking at Zayed back post, and the timing of it got off. And had Zayed made a play on the ball, it would have been offsides.
Approaching the halfway mark of half number one. Arrieta. Tracked by Janicki.
Perfect turn.
Bit of a giveaway by Vukovic. This portion of the match brought to us by Honda Manufacturers of Indiana, official automotive sponsor of the Indy 11. No pressure being applied by the Cosmos. Bush can handle that one easily. We spent some time last week talking about the differences and how Greg Janicki is being asked to defend this year versus a year ago. And one of the popular phrases in the National Football League is cat coverage, as in, that cat, you got him right there. Well, I think that might be the way to describe Greg Janicki this year, and the cat that he is chasing today is Jairo Arrieta. That ball played to space for Arrieta, and Janicki was in his hip pocket.
And well played. I mean, Janicki knows, he's a smart player. He knows he doesn't have the ability to run with him for 50 yards.
Vukovic plays this back to Bush. He'll avoid the corner and play it out to the side. Pressure applied by Guenzotti. Guenzotti thought he had the winner a year ago when these teams played their only match in Long Island on July the 5th, the first match of the fall season. Kind of a late decision was ruled offsides. Patterson formed a one-man wall on that one.
Some clever footwork by Arrieta up top there.
Now next week is a week off for the Indy 11, but it is never a week off for Soccer Saturday on 93.5 and 1070 The Fan. Talk about how the first 3 weeks of the season have gone to this point. Recap tonight's match and look forward to what's up next with Oklahoma City on April the 30th. All next Saturday morning from 9 until 10 on 93.5 FM and 1070 The Fan. Quick switching of the sides of the attack.
Great ball.
Long distance ball, but Bush is there.
Oh my goodness, great ball.
But most certainly the right idea from the Cosmos perspective.
It's a brilliantly hit ball too. I mean, one that's just in this little tiny window of space over Falvey. Those are the ones you got to keep. You got to find a way to keep that ball, or not turn it over right into the same pocket that you've just won it.
These teams have played to draws, nothing but, as we talked about right before the first kick. But frankly, in terms of possession, often those matches were not draws. They were very heavily tilted in favor of the Cosmos. Tonight, it's been a much closer to 50-50, at least this early juncture of the match.
And that's an important piece here because, you know, in the past when the possession is slanted 70-30, you don't make the other team defend. They're not spending as much energy as you are.
Braun slides it over to Mayers. Mayers plays it across. Zobek is there, and Patterson was asking for the ball behind the play.
See, and this is a great example. That possession had 7 Cosmos players sprint 30 yards back. At some point in the game, especially when you're playing in 70-degree weather, that's going to take a toll on the players. If you keep turning the ball over and you don't make these players work, they're going to be fresh going forward.
Wenzati with the run going. Mulvey steps right in on front of the pass targeted for him. Both teams have had scoring opportunities. Wouldn't clarify any of them as great scoring chances to this point. And a player down behind the plate. We're playing on here, but there is a player down at midfield. And now the Cosmos realize and play out the side. And is that Arango? That is Juan Arango, and that clipped by an Indy 11 defender. And that would be a rather large loss for the Cosmos if he isn't able to continue in this match.
Oh, you don't like the look of that.
Good look at Giovanni Savarese on the sidelines. Cosmos won the spring season a year ago. Took them a little while to kind of find their rhythm in the fall, knowing they had a postseason berth and home match at that in their pocket.
And you never wonder, well, you know, is it they've got it clinched and so they relaxed coming into the fall season last year? Or, you know, was it a situation where they were trying some different things to try and, you know, see what's the best? You know, you're tweaking your formation a little bit, or you're giving some guys a little bit of extra time? It's interesting, but they sorted it out.
Well, certainly at first glance, it appears Arango is going to try to play through this as best he can. And Patterson was the player that made contact with him and eventually came over and said, hey, my apologies. Really wasn't the intention. Good look at the BYB tonight.
A subdued BYB. It's wine and cheese night. That's a little bit more subdued than normal.
You're saying potentially we've classed the joint up a little bit on wine and cheese
I think
night.
so. Not the booth. There's no wine and cheese in here.
There's usually some whining in here, but no cheese at this point. Okay, maybe there's some cheese in here too. Bush with the reset button, sending this ball back to the Cosmos. And Arango welcomed back onto the pitch.
That was intended to be a goal kick, and John Bush raises his hand to apologize. He gives him a throw in the corner. Tactically, it's a brilliant play, but it wasn't intended.
With the throw in coming for the Cosmos. Fans, you can show your Indy 11 pride and get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any Indiana Members Credit Union branch or online at imcu.com today. Little space to operate here. And Vukovic's clearance is more of an infield fly.
That's well saved.
Palmer able to steer that ball back to the sidelines for a throw in.
That was going for a corner kick, just to find that ball over the shoulder. It's like Willie Mays kind of catch there.
Braun plays that ball to safety, finds his Now longtime teammate of Nemanja Vukovic.
Still tough.
Lacroix. Well done.
There you go. Build a little bit. Build a little bit. Get through there.
Lacroix able to at least get behind Ockford, but couldn't have the controlling touch. He does earn the corner. And we reference at all times the speed of Duke Lacroix. You can tell, Brad, some 2 matches in, the guys that are new around here, they've recognized it too.
Yeah, and you can look too that New York has recognized it. There was a ball played into the corner that he and Hunter Freeman were shoulder to shoulder on, and Hunter just said, look, I'm gonna back into space and defend because you're gonna win that ball.
Lacroix wasn't on the squad when these two teams played in April a year ago. He was available for both matches in July. Patterson drills one that goes all the way across to the opposite sideline that Ring will have to scramble and track down.
Hit it.
Vukovic got a foot to it, but not the touch that he wanted. Before it got to him, it was Carlos Mendez that got a touch inside of the 18 for the Cosmos.
That's such a tough one for the goalkeeper too, because even though it's a mishit ball and you think you can go collect it back post, there's 3-4 guys that might be able to get a little touch on it if you bounce out of the center of the goal.
Vukovic looking for his second goal in as many home matches for the Indy 11. Took him about a second or two to realize, hey, this is the direction I go celebrate. Go towards the Brickyard Battalion last Saturday night. This portion of the match is brought to us by Community Health Sports Medicine. Dream big, work hard, and finish strong. Good look at Tim Hankinson. His last coaching stop, Montego Bay United in the Red Stripe Premier League in Jamaica.
This is good. This is good. This is good.
Lacroix. And eventually Zobek there to take it away. Freeman was to simply slow Lacroix's progress on his way inside of the box. Good looking ball here. Guenzade couldn't keep it down.
Brilliant through ball. Tell you what, Duke has taken just a step to recognize he's in a 1v1. I'd love for his first thought to be to go. This is just an amazing ball from the Cosmos defender. He's going to want that one back.
Guenzade, one of 4 players in the starting 11 in last year's championship match for the Cosmos that are seeing time tonight. The sun no longer a factor in this match. Light starting to take effect here at Carroll Stadium. Second and final home match of April for the Indy 11. They are next back here 3 weeks from now on May the 7th. An off week next week. Everybody gets one Saturday off during the spring season.
Great step.
And at Oklahoma City 2 weeks from now.
Fortunate.
And Vukovic, I believe, drew the foul from LaHoo. LaHoo has spent some time in Major League Soccer, including with Justin Braun in their days together at Chivas USA.
I think we got bailed out a little bit on this one.
May have even been the grab before LaHoo got to him. New York Cosmos squad that has been a playoff team in all 3 of their years in the North American Soccer League. Won the fall season in 2013. Made the playoffs with total points, not a fall or spring championship in 2014. Against spring season champs and overall champs a year ago.
Here they go. This is what's needed here.
Bears couldn't get there in time. Iose was step for step with him.
Just nice, simple passes, some possession, make New York defend, get some confidence with the ball.
35th minute of what's been a very evenly played first half. Goal kick coming for John Bush. Fans, for standings, stats, and all the latest league news, be sure to visit NASL.com.
Might be wine and cheese night that's making me think this, but it feels like a very smartly played game on both sides. Not too much random play, a lot of build, a lot of possession.
These are two very veteran teams. You say that about a lot of the squads in the league. It's going to be a foul whistled against Mares. Dillon getting his first start of the season. Came on as a reserve last week. Leading goal scorer for the 11 a season ago. We mentioned some of those traveling fans that made the trip from NYC. For guys like Falvey and Patterson, talk about kind of the revenge factor, or one to impress your former team a week ago. Maybe revenge is a word better used for this week, knowing they lost that championship match to New York a season ago. Coming in mid-November. Play through the contact, says our referee. Space to operate for Ring.
Good run. Good run.
This is Palmer, plays it ahead to Braun. Well defended by the Cosmos, but just as good of a build-up for the Indy 11.
Really, you take a look at it. That's the first time Palmer's really been that aggressive going forward. And he started as soon as Ring was making his run across midfield. He started on a dead sprint.
Carlos Mendez with the left foot to it. Another corner coming for the Indy 11. Patterson taking all corners at this point of the season. Back post Zayed. Nothing Eamon could do with that. You see Nicky, native of Scotland. Played collegiately at UNLV. Spent the vast majority of his professional days here in North America. Stops in the USL before landing with Ottawa in the NASL. Guenzati couldn't time it properly. Gives the obligatory thumbs up on the pass, saying, yeah, that's well done by you, poorly done by me. Spent a lot of time, both in the broadcast last week and kind of in the analysis in the days that followed of last week's draw at Ottawa, to kind of credit all three of the subs, Reynoso, Smart, and Mares, for the role that they played in kind of energizing the last 25 minutes for the Indy 11. But I thought Nicky Patterson was just as important as those players were.
I think his desire, willingness, and pace going forward that last 25, 30 minutes also changed the game. He just missed getting one himself, too. I think he was the one that hit it off the post. It's good patience.
Zayed.
Brilliant. No.
I take it you disagree with the call.
I thought it was great build-up.
Zayed looking for his first goal with the Indy 11. He has literally played all across the globe. and I had a chance to talk on Soccer Saturday earlier this year. The idea of playing professional soccer in Iran was what dominated the conversation. Mulvey wins that one for the 11. Advantage played. Now Braun. It's going to be all him, no help. Zayed has an option for him to his left and plays it that way. Trying to make the turn, the lead. Mares, Patterson, deflected. Vukovic, not on target. And great tackle by Ring. The attack continues. Brad
Why
Ring.
not? Why not?
His goals have been glorious. They've only been one per season. One of the last remaining original members of the Indy 11 from 2014. And a good look here. Brad's goal in 2014 came against the Cosmos last year. It was the capper of a great win against Minnesota United here in October. Three players remain from the opening day roster in 2014 for the Indy 11. Don Smart, Brad Ring, Dylan Mares. Final 5 minutes and stoppage time of the first half, presented by Honda Manufacturers of Indiana, official automotive sponsor of the Indy 11. Zobek just waiting for somebody to come and bother him, and there's Zayed, almost got to him. He looked away for a moment, and Zayed noticed that and just took off on a dead sprint. Jimmy Maurer not playing tonight, not in the 18 for the Cosmos. In a league full of great players at the goalkeeper position, he's amongst the very best.
Uh-oh.
Could be danger here. Patterson there to help. And Lacroix draws the foul. Whistle against Hunter Freeman. And again, he's not been tested very often. That's the second time when Arrieta has had a little space to work with where Janicki's been right on him.
And that's such a key for Janicki. You know, you take a look at just a veteran defender and the way he's thinking in this game is his body is right there. So for Arrieta or Rango to be able to create space with Janicki, they're going to have to go all the way around him because he's not playing off of him.
Ring. Flag is down. No, it's not. Flag goes up.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
So the offside whistle against Nicky Patterson allows us the opportunity. Well, we'll show you the replay first. Thought he had timed that perfectly, to be honest with you.
Well, you know, you never know if he was calling Zayed on that one because Zayed did affect the other central defender, and Zayed was about a yard off on that.
Fans, this reminder, you can find your perfect, honest-to-goodness Indiana getaway at visitindiana.com. And when you go to visitindiana.com, please ask for today's weather. That's what you need to ask for when you plan your Indiana getaway.
Is that in the drop-down menu?
It should be.
Weather preference.
It's supposed to be for the next 5 or 6 days. So plan your visits in mid to late April is what we're telling you. Good amount of stoppage time, by the way, is what we're hearing. We had a couple, 3 injuries to deal with. Even though it's been a relatively whistle-free first half, going to be some extra time at it. 3 minutes of stoppage time. 3 minutes is our 4th official. Chance to get organized here for the Cosmos. More scoring chances for the 11 so far. But as you can see on your screen, the same results for both sides. Lacroix.
And go, and go, and go.
Bears. Braun.
Great serve.
No question about the flag this time. Vukovic was coming up in support, but Braun couldn't control it. Space to settle here for Brad Ring. Lacroix again down the left side. On the cross.
Find it, find it.
Ranchar applying pressure to Bears.
Oh, what a turn.
Left foot,
What
Bears.
a turn.
Sobek volleys it away. Dillon's had some fantastic goals in his 2 years with the team. That would have been the best one right there.
Oh, incredible. I mean, he feels the pressure on his back, and he just rolls the other way, sets the defender up. Unbelievable presence to know where the defender is. Incredible opportunity it created.
That is our Diodora soccer tip of the game. Potential here in front of the net. Janicki couldn't touch it as we go back to live action. Missed opportunity in front of the net for the Indy 11 on the corner. And that is more than offside from Arietta. No doubt about the flag going up that time. It could be fair to say that Indy has had the better of it in half number 1. Just have not been rewarded for it just yet. They'll make one push forward here.
Yeah, it took too long, took too long, took too long. You saw both Braun and Zayed were looking into the gaps to make that sprint into the zone, and an extra touch was taken before the pass was delivered, and they were offsides. It's got to go right there, right there. We don't need the extra touch.
Braun looking for his first Indy 11 goal. And Sobek in no particular hurry here as seconds are winding down in half number 1. And that is the last moment of the opening half. We're going to talk to Tim Hankinson coming up in just a matter of moments, Brad, but I would be thinking he'd be feeling pretty good about this first 45.
I do too. I do too. You know, that last little stretch right there, there were 2 or 3 really dangerous opportunities.
Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look around other scores on the North American Soccer League. There was a match played last night. We'll have the score and some highlights from that one for you. Look at the league table. We'll talk to both head coaches. All that and more coming up at halftime. Zeros on the board for each side at this point. John Bush having a nice conversation with our third team on the field, if you will. And now let's go across the way. Tim Hankinson is joining us. Coach, your thoughts about your team's performance in the opening half?
I think very competitive. We kept good care of the ball. We stayed organized defensively. And really, we had the better of the chances, a lot of action around the box. Maybe we have to be a little bit more efficient at our final pass or final chance to finish goals.
You made the change in formation going from 4-2-3-1 to 4-4-2. Are you seeing what you wanted to in making that change for tonight's game?
Yeah, I think we've got more action up top. You know, Justin, Braun, and Eamon are moving off each other well, trying to open up pockets in the defense for the other one to move through. And that's something we haven't had before, so I feel good about that for the second half.
Tim, we'll talk to you after the game. Best of luck in the second half.
All right.
Coach Hankinson joins us now. Giovanni Savarese will join us at the end of halftime. End of half number 1 here in Indianapolis. No score between the Indy 11 and the New York Cosmos. You're watching Indy 11 soccer here on Wish TV.
By pushing forward, then Indy's not going to be able to hit that ball. So it's going to be a real test here to see which team is going to impose their will.
Indy going towards the Brickyard Battalion here in half number 2. No substitutions made yet by either side. And the rare all blue kits here at home for the Indy 11 tonight. And the second half is underway.
Let's see, one thing you can take a look at. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Mares will keep the pressure applied, but couldn't steer it properly to Braun.
But one thing you take a look at is the instruction from, the top with the Cosmos was we want to press our back line up higher. That does leave the opportunity for the ball over the top for the high back line. But you'll watch now Zobek is playing up at the top of his box, so he's going to clean up anything that is hit into that no man's land.
And change in formation tonight for the Indy 11. With the 2 players up front, it has led to more opportunities.
I'd press these balls back to Zobek.
Content to hang back at least to start the half. And the 11 playing tonight without Sinisa Ubiparapovic. Hamstring injury early second half a week ago. Gorka Larea also injured and unavailable tonight. He did not play a week ago. Could be some trouble here. Lavelle Palmer will let this ball roll to a bit of a safer place to find Dylan Mares. Worth noting that Daniel Keller is available for the first time this season. He's been dealing with a leg injury. Second-year pro from Brebeuf High School, University of Louisville.
Good early ball, good early ball. And you put it out to the outsides, then that kind of negates the goalkeeper coming out and cleaning it up.
One other player worth noting that will not be in uniform tonight for the Indy 11 is Jair Reynoso. We've seen him as a substitution each of the last 2 matches. He'll be back 2 weeks from now. Bush will not take the chance. We'll play that out to safety. ago, Indy was in a 0-0 draw coming out of halftime. Ottawa got the early goal. Don Verrett. He trailed for the better part of 30-plus minutes in the second half. Opportunity for Patterson, but Braun was kind of back on his heels, wasn't charging forward when that pass was made through the middle of the field. Right ID on the flick.
Here you go, here you go.
Flag is down for Zayed. Play it back to Ring to allow some more numbers to go forward.
Great ball.
Fight it! Braun!
Yes! Oh,
Flag's
no.
up. Flag's
Oh,
up.
my goodness.
Flag is up. Tough. Tight.
Tell you what, though, that gives you some confidence up top.
We remain 0-0. Braun looking for that first Indy 11 goal. Could be trouble here. Ball played across.
Wow.
But Guenzati going to be drawing a penalty for. Guenzati claimed he was fouled. The referee agrees. First penalty allowed by the Indy 11 this year. In the span of 2 minutes, Indy thought they had the go-ahead goal, and now John Bush is forced to face a penalty.
Yeah.
Janicki with the takedown.
You know, I'll tell you what, I think it's a tap in if he doesn't, so. Here you go. John Bush will make it right.
And a yellow card going to be given for the argument coming from Nemanja Vukovic. Our yellow cards brought to us by Morello's Uptown Bail Bonds. First card shown in either direction this evening.
You know, you got to read it very, very quickly, but on the approach, typically, 90-some% of the time, the arm that goes highest is the side that they're going to. But as a goalkeeper, you got to read this in a millisecond.
It is Kranjčar that will take it. Looking for his first goal of the season. You're given plenty of time to think about this one. Got it. And from what Indy fans thought was a 1-0 lead for the home side, instead it goes the direction of the Cosmos. Kranjčar converts. I'm not sure if Bush had guessed properly. He stops that one.
Yeah, no, that's a missile.
The second goal allowed this season by the Indy 11. First penalty for or against the Indy 11 this year. And from the spot, the Cosmos stake to a 1-goal lead.
Now you wonder if they change, pushing that back line up a little bit higher, if they tuck back in and try and deny that space, because it's, you know, we're 6 minutes in, and Indy had 2 to 3 balls over the top and through that back line. That became dangerous.
There's now 6 goals scored this year for the Cosmos, and they have yet to allow one. Ring and Mayer's own goals in previous seasons against the Cosmos of the players that are on the pitch for the Indy 11. And in both those scenarios, they were equalizing goals. Very similar in terms of time frame to a week ago. Indy yet to play with a lead this season. This portion of the match is brought to us by Diodora. Diodora, the Italian soccer brand.
Good build. Here we go.
Braun times his run,
Yes.
stays on. Nope,
Oh.
did not. Thought he did.
That was a tough one. He was toying right on that line.
We'll have a look on the replay.
It felt like the right call.
Close. We're seeing Braun take a more active role in terms of the attack for the 11. Going from that midfield wing position to playing up top alongside Zayed.
Yeah, it frees you up. I mean, you have less you have different defensive responsibilities that sometimes require less energy. So he's free to be more creative, more explosive up there than he can be on the wing sometimes.
Flicked by Patterson. Mares couldn't get there cleanly. Patterson keeping the pressure alive. Patterson has this ability to find a second gear. Fans, you can gear up at NASLshop.com, the fans' home for all the latest league merchandise. Eleven have done a lot of things right tonight. The one bad moment has them down 1-0 in the 55th minute. Lacroix, too strong on the touch.
Touch has just been a little bit off today.
Players available for selection for the 11 tonight. Off the bench, Neil Schaefer, Don Smart, Corey Miller, Daniel Keller, Marco Franco, Wojciech Vucic. So if you're looking for players from an attacking perspective, it's really Smart and Woj.
Yes, I agree with this. Press it, press it, press it.
Iose sends Cranshar forward. Falvey gets in the way. Mares plays it off to the side for the throw in.
Oh my goodness, what a ball. What
Off
a
the
ball.
side post, off the netting. A great
was,
look for
Orengo just sent an incredible ball for was it Ariette?
Arrieta, yep.
Look at this touch. Holy smokes.
And perfectly onside as well. Bush did a great job to come out and cut off the angle.
Yep.
Maybe just an inch or two away from being a 2-goal advantage for the Cosmos. Patterson the flick. Zobek got there first. And Braun going to be whistled for the foul. And going to be shown a card. Yet again a yellow card this half shown to the Indy 11, brought to us by Morello's Uptown Bail Bonds. With the former teammates in Sacramento, Vukovic and Braun each with yellows here in the first 12 minutes of half number 2.
He pulled up. I mean, there's contact, but he pulled up.
And Zobek in for Jimmy Maurer tonight. Brian Holt is his reserve if for some reason Zobek cannot continue.
Tell you what you did see there in that last minute or so was Nicky Patterson pushing forward again, getting up with the front line, and it's one of the things that changed that result against Ottawa.
And the absolute I mean, no one wants to get hurt, but when you're a backup that gets so few minutes as Zobek does, you do not want to be talking to the trainer at any point in time during one of your rare opportunities on the field. Clearly some contact there, no doubt about that.
No doubt, and I had no problem with the card either on that. I'm not sure the damage was done. That it looked.
Zobek will test that injured leg immediately. At first glance, appears to be fine, but he came up wincing after that one. The flick forward from Mayer. Zayed cannot get there in time. Great work to shield away Zayed by Hunter Freeman.
Bit of a sarcastic cheer, I think, from the BYB.
The leveler last week for the 11 came in the 89th minute. They would not like to leave such drama this week.
There you go. Got to settle down right now. Get back to the possession game.
Take away by Cranchar, but Ring is there to recover. And Bush hits the reset button to midfield. New York trying to get 9 points from 3 games. Guenzati. Falvey marks him. Ring, Lahoud.
Good save.
Rebound, Bush collects.
Tough save.
We'll make that our save of the game. Presented by First Merchants Bank. Let's show it to you here.
Tough one. As a goalkeeper, when that skips off the turf, you never know how it's going to come off, especially right when it starts to get into this time of the evening. A little bit of dew on the ground, the thing picks up speed and has some different spin on it sometimes.
This is Moffat. Moffat, a pair of goals this season. Cranchar became the 4th different goal scorer for the Cosmos in 2016.
Got to find feet here. Got to find feet.
And the 11 do just that. Right now, 8 make it 9 behind the ball for the Cosmos. So you switch up the side to the attack and find Vukovic.
Good touch. Have a hit.
Lacroix. Ockford is there. Zobek with the punch. And a throw-in coming for the Cosmos, which gives us a chance to show you our save of the game presented by First Merchants Bank. Bank local, bank smart. Visit firstmerchants.com for more information. First Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Everything right on that play. Body behind the ball, exploding in when you don't hold it for the rebound.
Player down behind the play for the Cosmos. You see Don Smart will be checking in momentarily for the Indy 11. And the player down is Hunter Freeman. And you mentioned right as we were getting ready to show the replay of our save of the game that the physicality or the chippiness factor is starting to pick up here.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
By the way, the substitution for the Indy 11 Don Smart will come in. Duke Lacroix will check out. And Janicki making contact with Freeman.
Wow.
Here you see Don Smart, the super sub for the Indy 11. Reprising that role for a third consecutive season. And as per usual, thought Duke Lacroix did a lot of good things in his time on the pitch for the 11 tonight.
Yeah, but it's Don Smart time right now. I mean, you take a look at the super sub stuff from the moment he got to town to last week. He draws that foul in the corner that sets up that free kick that leads to the goal. And then he's pivotal in pulling that ball off of Mares and driving it across to Janicki that Nemanja finished.
Freeman, an Iron Man for the Cosmos. He rarely exits the field. So you would assume that he will return at some point in time if at all possible. But temporarily, the Cosmos will play a man down. This portion of the match is brought to us by your Central Indiana Honda dealers, official automotive sponsor of the Indy 11. A little miscommunication there, and a foul going to be called. And a card going to be shown to Janicki. Third card of the half against the Indy 11. Yet again brought to us by Morello's Uptown Bail Bonds, and that's for the prevention of the scoring opportunity for Jairo Arrieta.
Which I think is a good play. You know, when you take a look at it, I don't know that Janicki felt Arango was going to get in on that ball, but you can't take a chance. You can't go down 2-0 at this point.
Cards now on Janicki, Vukovic, and Braun here in the second half. And if the first half you felt was more in favor of the Indy 11, there has been little doubt. Half number 2 has been in favor of the Cosmos.
Well, you know, it changed in that 30-second bit, the pulling the goal back on the offsides and then the penalty kick. And it's amazing. The momentum, the confidence, all of that stuff swings. It's just so delicate.
Freeman back on the field. He and Arango standing over the free kick opportunity.
Well, they tried one from 40.
Arango took one of the first half that went up and over the bar. Looking for Ockford back post. Janicki is there to head it away. And Braun eventually wins it for the 11. Still numbers forward here for the Cosmos. Nifty work by Guenzotti.
No serve.
Cross. Palmer is there to clear.
Good clear.
Now
There you go,
Smart
Donnie.
with some real estate.
Attack it, attack it, attack it.
Smart just didn't really have a passing angle, so he tried the shot. Did not give Kyle Zobek much of a second thought.
I think the moment when he wanted to send Justin Braun through, he looked up and it looked like Braun was about a yard offside, so he pulled it back and then the space just disappeared.
Fans, you can find your perfect, honest-to-goodness Indiana getaway at visitindiana.com, and a foul called against Carlos Mendez. Mendez, a teammate of Nemanja Vukovic when they were together with Columbus Crew. Patterson.
Lovely ball.
Got through, but nobody could get a boot to it. Goal kick for the Cosmos.
Plenty of time left. Got to grab the ball. Got to get back to possessing it. New York's not, you know, they're settling in and dropping back when it's a sustained possession from the 11, but they're still pressing up when they've got the ball. So when you win the ball in transition, you've still got that pocket. You've still got that that high back line that you can play over or through.
And much like a pitcher that doesn't like a ball, same thing for Kyle Zobek. Asked for that one to be removed from the rotation. Referee obliges. And he'll take a little more time off the clock this way as well.
You'd hope on something like that they did, you know, that he's keeping it on his wrist and he did stop it for that 40 seconds. Oh, just let it go.
The throw in coming here for the Cosmos. They're about to make a substitution, and they'll do so right now. So they'll make their first substitute of the game. Andres Flores will enter. Nico Crenshaw will exit.
And with 2 more subs and throw-ins, the 11 just can't afford to keep giving that ball back to the Cosmos. It's going to take 30 to 40 seconds off the clock with every one of these.
Crenshaw still working on getting that 90 minutes fitness. Coming in, he had played in 2 matches, but played just a total of 88 minutes. He goes nearly 70 tonight. And he has the only goal of this match on the penalty. Iose on the cross of no threat to John Bush.
I'll tell you what, man. Orengo is a playmaker.
Good crowd on the East End stands tonight. Good crowd throughout this building. Been a little bit of a seat reconfiguration this year. A sellout these days is about 9,800. We'll not have a sellout crowd tonight, but as expected with the draw and with the weather conditions, thought we'd have an outstanding crowd tonight, and we do. We're waiting to see that first Indy 11 goal of the evening.
Great ball. Great ball.
Vukovic. Trying to find Braun. Braun with the right foot, no. At Zayed's feet, left foot blocked. Smart tries to get there. Played to safety by the Cosmos. The defender got there first. It was Iose that cleared it.
Great little, that's a tough turn by Justin Braun. Great little turn there.
Corner coming. See on the replay here, Patterson about to take the corner to return to live action. Line drive corner all the way through. Moffitt with the clearance. Lahoud the next touch. And Flores trying to keep it in play and cannot. Good shoulder to shoulder by Smart. And Patterson basically sends an infield fly to Zobek. Vukovic down behind the play. Cosmos currently playing on. And now the stoppage comes. So the man that's been on the NASL Team of the Week for each of the first 2 weeks of this season takes the boot off, and I don't need to describe it. You just said, done.
Yep. And no 90-minute heroic today.
So the players from a defensive standpoint that could most likely replace him: Neil Schaefer, Daniel Keller, Corey Miller, Marco Franco. Franco usually more of a right back.
I think it's going to be Franco in this one.
But it looks like Marco is the man whose number is going to be called. Marcos did play briefly at the end of the Tampa Bay match 2 weeks ago, and let's take a look here. And just immediately just kind of pulled up on that corner.
Tell you, this, while it affects the back line, it also affects their ability to get forward because of how aggressive he is. in that left back position.
And Franco being waved in. Marco, who played the most matches of any Indy 11 player a season ago, joined the team in the fall of 2014 on loan from Chicago Fire, signed outright before last year. Pretty much had the right back spot on lockdown a year ago. Now more of a reserve role defensively. His first touch will be a throw-in. Fans, you can download the official Indy 11 app now to be the first to receive breaking team news and highlights. Available on the app stores for Apple and Android devices.
It's about here you got to start chasing the game a bit more, and you see Nicky Patterson pushing forward.
Bears.
Great touch. Oh my goodness, what a touch.
And that's a foul. Is it a card? No, just a foul.
Tell you what, too, he had Eamon dancing on the back line. If he could have delivered this ball right there.
Smart couldn't control the pass from Palmer. By the way, this portion of the match is brought to us by Diodora. Diodora, the Italian soccer brand. Arietta. Looking for Guenzotti, but obviously too strong on the pass. Guenzotti able to keep it in play. Missed opportunity for the Cosmos. Third Indy 11 sub about to check in, and it looks like it's going to be Woj that will complete the substitutions for the Indy 11 tonight. And if that's the case, it'll be his debut for the season. And add him to the list of players that have scored a goal against the Cosmos in previous seasons.
They're going to have to press a little bit higher now.
Palmer got there first, but off to the side. Zobek has been fantastic in replacing Maurer tonight. Wojciech Vucik. Young man who was born in Poland, but at a very young age. Parents came to this country, grew up in the Chicago area, played at Bradley University. Scored 2 goals last July, one of those coming on Long Island against the Cosmos. July the 5th of last year. Addition of Woj does give the Indy 11 another target player. You getting those set pieces, corner kicks. Vukovic, clearly one of those targets for this team. Woj gives you another big body. A chance, much like guys like Don Smart and Dylan Mayers in their reserve roles earlier this year. Guy that's a returnee from last year, a chance to earn a bit more playing time, of which he has not seen any to this point.
Oh, right idea, right idea.
Palmer the target. Pass couldn't connect.
I tell you, one of the things when you start taking a look at the changes today, the 11 have been stronger in possession. They've been more dangerous in the attacking third. They've created more chances. And you look at the 4-4-2, the presence of having that second forward up there, not only has it pressed the Cosmos back line, but it's created some incredible opportunities for the 11.
That, my friends, is Hotter Smoke and Take, presented by City Barbecue. It is always a great day to eat City Barbecue.
No kidding.
Still 2 substitutions if needed for the Cosmos.
I got to believe there's 5 or 6 minutes of stoppage time, so there's still plenty of time. Turn that.
Franco venturing forward. Ball first is the ruling. Now a chance for a counter for the Cosmos. Wenzati made the tackle and gets the ball here from Flores. Arrieta, the lead for Arango, couldn't get a good boot to it. Moffitt will maintain possession for the Cosmos. Falvey got in the way. Corner coming for the Cosmos.
Yeah, this is frustrating. It's frustrating because you had 6-7 guys up against the back line. You had space. You had the ability to serve that ball, take the extra touch, and all of a sudden it comes back, and now you have to deal with a corner. It's going to run another 30, 40 seconds off the clock.
John Bush directing traffic. Indy 11 putting some players outside of the box just in case the Cosmos go the short corner route to maintain some possession and kill a little time.
It's a good ball.
And Bush is there, no traffic in front of him. Distributes to Woj.
Nicely done, nicely done.
Now Palmer. Smart little give and go to Mearns. Franco works into the attack.
Great touch.
With the left foot looking for Zayed, but Zobek had it read perfectly.
There you go. It's going to come off of something like that.
And the build-up has been there. The finish has not. 260 minutes into the season, 1 goal to show for it right now for the Indy 11. Ball back at the feet of Bush. Wojciech Vucic on the field for the 11. Woj trained with the Chicago Fire Academy. Growing up in the Chicago area, he pointed out to John Bush when they were in the preseason together, hey, I've actually played against you in practice several years ago. In that conversation with Woj after he scored 3 goals in a preseason match against Arizona United. Coming back in early March. Throw in here for the Cosmos. They're about to make a substitution momentarily as they give that ball away. Lucky Casada, a guy we have seen for the last 3 years in the North American Soccer League, 2014 with Tampa Bay. Last year and this with the Cosmos. He has played limited minutes so far this season. Just 4. He will come in replacing Jairo Arrieta.
Impressive job by Arrieta.
Trying to switch sides of the attack, and that pass
just
came nowhere close to Palmer.
Can't give it away there.
Come on, Don.
Cosmos looking for a first win in this rivalry. 0-6-0 the breakdown.
Hello.
Beautiful flick.
Wow.
Casada, good touch. Left foot. Good night.
Man, oh man, what an impact that is.
My goodness. Almost got it there. Side netting. Just missed on his first touch. That's tough to just come into the match and
no kidding.
have that ball at your feet.
What a flick to send him in.
A week ago against Ottawa, just had that feeling a goal was coming because of the continued pressure and build-up for the Indy 11. don't exactly have that same feeling of confidence right now.
Yeah, you know, the difference was, too, that Ottawa went to kill the game 20 minutes in and sunk everybody back, and there were times that the 11 had 7 players up top and 3 back, and so they were possessing it. And anytime Ottawa won the ball, there was no target to play it to. New York is still playing.
Smart.
There you go.
To Palmer.
Oh, that's a great serve.
Mendez there to clear it. Mares, right foot.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Here we go.
Had the opportunity. Couldn't keep it on frame.
Yeah, and he hit a couple of those pre-game where it just had a little bit of a tail on it.
That one had a lot of tail on it. No player on the field has scored a goal this season for the 11. And Vukovic left with that injury. He's got the only tally so far of the year. And Zobek will take a little more time off the clock.
I have never seen a center allow this much time wasting on everything.
Braun the flick to Zion.
How about it, Eamon?
Ockford. Zion went to ground a bit easily. That's not going to be a foul. Now some real estate here for the Cosmos. Casada couldn't get there in time. And a week off following this one for the 11. Everybody gets one Saturday off or one weekend off during the spring season. With the addition of Puerto Rico for the fall season, that is not the case. There are several midweek matches, but your team will play every weekend starting July 4th weekend, July 2nd to be exact. In fact, the Indy 11 will be the first ever match for Puerto Rico FC. That is one of the road telecasts we'll have for you on either Wish TV or My Indy TV in the fall. Braun working his way past Moffitt. Freeman there to provide an extra layer of defense. And Gabriel Farfan will enter. Going to give Carlos Mendez a bit of an early exit tonight. First time that Mendez has exited a match this season.
Smart player. He's the glue of that back line.
Mendez, one of many players on the pitch tonight with previous Major League Soccer experience. He'll go the side route to exit the pitch. Farfan enters. Goes short on the throw to Woj. On the cross, Braun got to it. Just couldn't put it down towards the back of the net.
You take a look on this replay here. Woj has limited space, and he's able to pull the trigger and get that ball across. Incredibly smart play, because what's been happening up until that point is extra touches, trying to get a bigger window than that.
And that is our smart play of the game, brought to you by the Indiana State Professional MBA and Plainfield. Move ahead. Franco got there first. Keeps it away from Guenzati. What an impressive start to the season this would be for the Cosmos. 9 points from your first 3.
6-point goal differential.
Ball maybe somewhat surprisingly got to Flores, but Bush had it covered the entire way.
I don't know about surprisingly. He was the only one that went after it.
2.5 minutes left.
Let's push some numbers forward here.
In regulation. This last portion of our match is brought to us by your Central Indiana Honda dealers.
Take him, Donnie.
Here comes help. And Smart earns the corner. And with Patterson to the sidelines in the last move for Woj, it'll be Smart to take the corner. Smart, ring on the charge, couldn't get there. Is a penalty being given? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Penalty has been given. Janicki went down on the turf.
Attaboy, Craig.
A penalty given. Not only a chance for an equalizing goal, but an equalizing penalty coming here for the Indy 11. And it is Eamon Zayed that has claimed the ball. He wants his shot from the spot to get his first Indy 11 goal. Let's take a look.
Yeah, he was held a little bit. You could make an argument.
There have been worse cases not called.
It's,
however,
89th minute again.
Both hands on the hips of Janicki. Janicki, the offending party earlier. A chance for Zayed to score. In his professional career, he has basically averaged a goal every other match. This would be his first in 3. And a chance to potentially make this a 7th consecutive draw between these two teams, with still plenty of minutes left to go. Zayed gets the whistle. Zayed on the run. Zayed with the goal.
Attaboy! There we go.
Eamon Zayed in the scoring books for the Indy 11. And that is our Schleg lockdown play of the game for unmatched security. A variety of styles and finishes. Choose Schleg. Strong has a name, and this goal scorer has a name. It's Eamon Zayed.
Great goal.
And for the first time tonight, the right color of smoke arises from the Brickyard Battalion.
The better smelling smoke.
Zobek guessed right.
He
Zayed
did.
just hit it perfectly.
He did. He guessed right. It was a great dive.
And this match is far from over. And if the Cosmos didn't back off up a goal, they are clearly not going to back off leveled at 1. So we're talking about 9 points from 3 matches. Right now they're at 7. And we are being told 5 additional minutes. And we are in that stoppage time right now, and 4th official just confirms it. So while the score indicates it could be yet another draw between these two teams, there's time to change that outcome going in either direction.
You got to talk a bit there.
Well, this is a result that would be cheered from the remainder of the league. Now, Zobek and Zayed collide. I don't think a card's going to be shown here, just a whistle for a talking to. So they let up a step or two earlier.
Tell you what, it's unsung because it doesn't really come in as a stat. But John Bush has read an excellent game. He's been quick off of his line on these through balls, and he's cleaned up some chances before they were allowed to develop.
This is Lucky Casada. Janicki applying the pressure. Ring the clearance.
Here you go, counter it.
And Mayer's trying to launch Braun, but couldn't keep the pass in play. So again, New York, other than Carolina, coming into today's action, already 3 points clear of virtually everybody else in the league. So there are 10 other fan bases other than those in New York that I'm not sure if Indy would be happy with the draw, but everybody else would be at this point. And Smart and Iose get tangled up, and that will be a foul. Smart tried to apply the brakes, just couldn't stop in time.
Just overran the pressure.
Halfway through stoppage time. And Moffitt was offside and knew it. Which is why he kind of let up on the play. And Moffitt, Brad Ring, and John Bush likely not exchanging Christmas cards at the end of this season.
Here you go.
Smart off to the races.
This
Gets
is going to be
behind
interesting.
Iose.
Great
The
ball.
cross,
Finish
the
it.
header.
Oh, my God.
Misses wide left.
What a great play.
Justin Braun had one called back because of an offside. He had another one that might have won this match in the 93rd minute.
What a great ball.
Had him beat. Absolutely had him beat. And yet again, good things happen when Don Smart has the ball at his feet late in the game.
I'll tell you, Justin Braun is knocking on that door.
Last time Braun had one taken back, it was quickly a goal the other direction. The 11 have other ideas here. Woj looking for somebody to make a run and says, all right, I'll do it myself. Takes a pretty good bump from Lahoud. Earns a throw in for the 11.
Still time. You got about a minute to go here.
There was a 96-minute
flick.
goal
Finish
last
it.
year.
Yes.
The change is there.
Yes.
It's David Zayed.
Yes! Unbelievable finish. Unbelievable finish.
Last year, Kyle Hyland got one for this club in the 98th minute. Zayed in the 95th. And from it appearing to be a Cosmos win for a first time in the history of the series, now it's in line for an Indy 11 victory.
Oh my goodness, that was perfect from everything from Woj taking the ball, the flick from Justin Braun. You got Dylan Mayers hitting a great ball. It's a great save, and Eamon Zayed's right there to tap it home.
Many changes from this team a year ago to here in 2016. As you see the reaction of Tim Hankinson. But one thing that last year's team had early in the year was a tremendous flair for late goals. All 3 goals this season for the Indy 11 have come in the 89th minute or later.
That's incredible. Just incredible.
And I believe a yellow was shown to Brad Ring. And you would think maybe 30 seconds at the most is what the Cosmos have to work with here.
That's it, right there.
And there's the whistle.
Look at